Southbank Centre is one of the largest cultural institutions in the world. It's got a turnover of over 50 million. It's got nearly 1,000 employees. And its business is to make art for everyone and to make people feel that art belongs in their lives. There hadn't been an artistic director before, and the offer really was, could I pull together all the ideas and the styles and the things that happen here and turn it into something that was unique and specific? And so I said, yes, I'll have a go. It was very ambitious and frightening, and I like to be ambitious and I like to be frightened. I've loved to make a sense of place. I want people to belong to the arts. I want people to feel the arts is part of their lives. There's a big divide between those who feel entitled and those who don't. And I've always wanted to close that divide. When I heard about Madame Clicquot, I thought that is a role model. She's so industrious, so determined, so clever, so savvy, and obviously had to make sacrifices because that's the way it was and often still is. I think the secret of people's success is when they forget what other people might think about their dream and they just say, this is how much it matters to me. I will try to do everything possible to make it happen. And that gives you an energy and a commitment, a fervour even, and then it's a lot of hard work. I'm excited by the idea of contributing. I want society to be better. I've watched society get better, and I've read how society has got better, and I want to be part of that change. I would love to win the Verve Clicquot Social Purpose Award. It would allow me, actually, to open other doors for other girls and women, because every time you are recognised by your peers, then, in a sense, you've got more validation. When you pick up the phone and say, would you meet so-and-so? You haven't heard of her, but believe me, she's worth meeting. Because in the end, you need to use your power for good.
Justice for Kids Law provides support, advice and legal representation to children and young people. I've never met a young person who doesn't want to achieve or do something. But as a society, we are failing them and letting them down, and then the rest of their lives are let down as a consequence of that. When you get a call from a young person who's desperate, who's homeless, who's been sleeping on a bus, who's got nowhere to stay that night, that they will end up in a really dangerous situation. You just can't stop. That's why every single one of us in the organisation does it. We wanted to be the best. We wanted to provide highest quality legal representation, and we were going to challenge these cases to the Supreme Court all the way up. That was very challenging, to come to an environment and say I wanted to do this, because the structures didn't understand how you could set up an NGO in that way. What's been amazing for me on my journey is we do take cases to the highest court in the land, and all of those really high-powered QCs and public lawyers help us out now and give their time for free, because they see the value in changing the law for the benefit of children and young people. If we can bring young people along and they can see at an early age that they can make change in society, they're going to be change makers for the rest of their lives. Madame Clicquot's life is an inspiration to any woman who's trying to succeed. She was in an entirely male-dominated world. She achieved the best, and that's always an inspiration. 200 years on, and we may not have the same challenges that she has, but we're still facing challenges. And hopefully, not only can we overcome those, but we can inspire the next generation to do the same.